people rise from the ashes because they are invested in the opportunity to triumph over the seemingly impossible odds by Robert Downey Jr. I believe that we all have worked towards a goal in our lives, and for some of us, that goal appears to be always at arm's reach, no matter how hard we work towards it. And during our lives, we all experience our own ups and downs. Some of us worse than others, but they can either set us back or move us forward. But what I think is important is to always remember to keep your head up, look forward towards what is in front of you and what is to come, besides dwelling on the stuff that's behind you. The person I'll be talking about, if you haven't noticed, is Robert Downey Jr., who I find very admirable because of what he has done. Besides, he has done, like he has faced his past, acknowledged his past, and is able to use his past story to inspire other people that they can keep marching on. Going back, our DJ has a rough backstory. Like us, he is also a human being, besides being a famous actor. In his childhood, his father would force him to drink alcohol, take drugs, and that is the only way he kind of connected with his father, which is kind of sad in a way. And that has developed his drug addiction, which is, as we know, a very hard thing to fight. Even though being a successful actor, having many roles, especially one being as Charlie Chaplin, who he was nominated for, his demon caught up to him of drug addiction, and sooner or later he felt like his life was crumbling beneath his feet. However, he did not give up hope. He kept on holding on to hope, believing that within due time he will be rewarded for all his hard work, all his struggles in his life. Another thing that RDJ has done is has inspired people is through his characteristics. And for me, I have found that his characteristic of being very resilient in life and being able to march on through thick and thin is very astounding to me. And how he was really resilient in life is fighting his drug addiction, especially when his present wife, Susan Downey, had came into his life. She was able to push him further into seeking the help that he needed. Another thing that he has inspired people to do is his outlook of life. I already did that. Through all of his successes and his failures, RDJ has continued to focus on growing himself and being able to move himself onto a path even if he has to take some detours along the way. And I have felt that has inspired me in many ways throughout my life. And one thing that has really inspired me is I have grown attached to his construct of hope and to always believe that you should be hopeful that in the future you will always be rewarded for it no matter what you're doing. And one way that I have experienced being hopeful and being rewarded in being hopeful is through my experience of sports in high school. In high school, I played badminton for all 4 years, and at the beginning, like everyone else, you're all beginners. We don't know where to start, where to go, and at times we all get frustrated. Like RDJ, who has been knocked down, but also stood up many times, I have done that many times as well. But through my knockdown, sometimes I felt like I could not get back up. I always wanted to throw the towel in. But what kept me going was the small hope that I was improving, I was getting better, and within due time, it would be able to show. And I have seen that progress and seen how it's really affected me because I have grown within the years, and I've been able to see that I'm able to compete with the other people who've probably trained a lot harder than me in their life. Another thing that RDJ has said that has inspired me to work harder in my life is to have a strong work ethic. Now, going into with that quote, I didn't believe that resonated with me too much because I wouldn't push myself in anything. In school, I was always content where I was, never really wanted to strive for better. But after sports, I can see that having a strong work ethic can really be rewarding, and I wanted to see what else kind of rewards I can get in life. So now I've been pushing myself harder in school, taking more classes. I've been pushing myself harder in work, getting a job, all of that. And I've been pushing myself in athletics, just practicing more than I should. And that being said, RDJ has inspired me to keep on moving, even if the obstacles in front of me seem that they are very impossible to go over, and to always better myself day in, day out, even if it's small steps. And there are times when I do catch my head hanging low, but I always manage to make that step forward because that's the only thing that can get us through life. And to end on a note, I would like to say a quote that I like to say to end on a note, I would like to say to myself, I would like to share with you guys the thing that I say to myself, that the bad times are only times that are bad and things will eventually get better. Thank you.